Allahi wa barakatuh. A brief discussion on the 8 category of Zakah and Sadaqah where you can donate your money. In Surah Al-Tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about it in 60 number ayah. Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها. Let me just translate this part. Indeed, sadaqat. Indeed, your sadaqat is in the zakat. Allah meant zakah money. Lil fuqara, for the faqir, those who have got nothing to survive. Wal masakin, and those who has nothing at all. So fuqara, generally, someone, according to Ibn Kathir's explanation, Tafsir Ibn Kathir, he brought many ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam where it was mentioned that anybody who is struggling to live in their daily lives, so this can be a fuqara, faqir. Well, masakin, somebody has got nothing at all. So this is miskin. So even in general, we even use that miskin word in our own language. So these are the two types mentioned: fuqara, masakin. Fuqara is plural of faqir, and masakin is plural of miskin. وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا, and the number 3 category are those who will collect the zakah money. Here is my point. I wanted to point this out. Can TV, those people who work in TV, they collect through the TV channel or any kind of medium, can they be paid with this money? The answer is definitely not these people. Because first of all, this is only when there is Islamic Sharia in a country. And the Khalifa asked some people to collect the money on behalf of the country, from the people, from the rich people. Then they can be paid out. But individual, any person who just started their own organization or whatever it is, they cannot be. Although they will do lots of hila. Hila is like, some way to make it halal. But remember, when the meaning is there, when Allah SWT spoke about it, we shouldn't look for any hila into it. If someone looks for any hila, that's going to be a tahrif. And tahrif means changing the Quranic word or changing the meaning of it. So, from the Sahabas till now, everybody understood وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا was those workers appointed by the Khalifatul Muslimin, who will be collecting money on behalf of the Khalifa. So they can be paid through that, zakah money. So now, if someone comes to you and, or through website or different things, if you trust them, then you can donate. But then, you have to understand that they shouldn't get any money out of your zakah. If they ask you directly, like, okay, you pay that much amount, and you should also donate a little bit towards our cause, towards our people who are working there, that should be okay, inshallah. Then Allah is saying, وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ, then those people who have got their heart with Islam. Mu'allafa is a word which gives the meaning of their heart is attached to Islam. So those people who just revert, the revert people, right, who just became Muslim. Or someone whose heart is, very attached to Islam and trying to learn about Islam, you can donate to them. Yeah. وَفِي الرِّقَابِ, and those people who are, not free for, they are slaves or, servants. I mean, the slave, then you can just free them. So that can be another cause. So we got fuqara 1, masakin 2, amilina alayha 3, mu'allafati qulubuhum 4, and riqab, those people 5. Number 5 is riqab, those people who are being enslaved. Like, it's not happening in our time, but that can be a reason. Let's say there is a prison in somewhere in the world where the people who want to come out of it, but they need a big amount of money. So you can apply that to them. But then again, it is not going to be 100% right, because that has to be under Khalifa anyway, or the work has to be done by a Khalifa, or if someone does personally to somebody who he knows that being imprisoned for no reason, he can do that as well. والغارمين في سبيل الله. Sorry, والغارمين is number 6. Those who are in debt. So basically, they borrowed money and they couldn't give people's money back. Then you can give them your zakah money as well. So we got number 6 is this category. وفي سبيل الله, and in general, if somebody is in Allah's way, so it can be somebody who is struggling in the way of Allah as jihad, or it can be somebody who is teaching people uh, with no profit. He's just doing this khidmah, so you can donate to these people as well. And it can be with those children who are learning, they haven't got enough anything, so they are also categorized as sabilillah because they are in the way of Allah, so you can donate to them. Wabni sabil, and those who are the travelers. So we got number 7 there. And ibn sabil usually it means musafir. If somebody is traveling, so you can donate your money to them as well. Traveling as in like they are traveling far, in a far distance area, and you know that they don't have enough everything, so you can just donate your money to them as well, because it's another category of zakah. So that's number 8. All these, I mean, usually the zakah money is given through an Islamic state, but obviously we don't have any established Islamic state, so individually anyone can do that. But then again, we need to understand some of them are very sensitive. We cannot apply ourselves, such as wal amilina alayha, those who work to collect it. We do some healers, but it's not 100%. Again, there is another one I was mentioning, such as mu'allafati qulub, revert, and riqab, somebody who is being enslaved or in the prison. So all these are the categories of the zakat you can spend on, but usually we do look for these fuqara masakin, isn't it? But you can also find those as well, you know, who are in debt as well, or somebody who is in Allah's way, he's learning, and Ibn Sabil, somebody who is traveling. So Allah, after that, He's saying, "Faridatan min Allah." It's a farad work from Allah. Allahu alimun hakim, and Allah is all knowing, all wise. Faridatan min Allah. It's a fard work, so we have to do it, inshallah. Make sure we understand that fact very well, inshallah. There is another interesting point I wanted to tell you that when it comes to wal amilina alayha, the collectors can collect the zakah money. I mean, get the zakah money as their salary. People accept it. Some people just accept it so like happily. But there are many things, such as like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as a ruling, Allah said in Quran, الزانية والزاني أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الزانية والزاني فاجلدوا كل واحد منهما 100 جلدة. Any adulterer, man and woman, when it is evident, when there is evidence of them doing the zina, then you have to apply the Shari'i rules on them. Why don't they just apply that then individually? They won't do that, they won't do that. But when it comes to anything related to money, they will do all the healers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all these things, inshallah. Because there are many other rules. وَالسَّارِقُ وَالسَّارِقَةُ فَاقْطَعُوا أَيْدِيَهُمَا. When female or male thief, you catch them, then you chop their hands off. I mean, as in like their right hand. If it is with the good, strong evidence, they have theft, they have stolen something which is valuable, and it is obviously Sharia. I mean, Islamic Sharia has got more explanation on that. There are many hadiths regarding that. So why wouldn't someone apply that individually then? If somebody is coming to this ayah and saying, "I'm the collector, so I can get paid through the zakah money," so the way they will reply about the other things, like, "Oh, okay, there is no Islamic state, there is no khilafah, so we can't do that." Same thing here. You can't do that, yourself. You can't just make an organization and you call it like, "I'm the zakat collector group, so we can get paid through that." May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the sahih understanding, good understanding, inshallah.